Okay, today I wanted to talk about sleep. I just woke up, it's like 5 a.m. Actually, I woke up at like 3, and I don't get right on my phone. I try to make a point to not do that because it's really not good for you. But I decided I want to make something. And I read this book a while ago. It's literally called How to Sleep. So I feel like I can share some pretty good knowledge. You know about books and knowledge. But for real, I'm not about to read this book to you. I'm about to tell you my personal experience with sleep and the things in this book that have helped me. Starting with, a good sleep pattern takes time. We're not going to change this overnight, and I definitely didn't. For a long time, I just didn't sleep. Like, I literally, through all of high school and middle school, would just stay up until I passed out. And that's very different than going to bed. Like, when you put yourself in the bed and say, I'm going to go to sleep because, I want to go to bed, versus me just playing video games or laying awake watching TV until I just can pass out from exhaust. Yeah, whole different animal. I would do that almost every night and wake up miserable, hate myself, hate my life, and I didn't know why. I couldn't figure out how to go to bed. This book talks a lot about the worry trap, which is like right before you go to bed, you start to get caught in your head about all the things you go through the day, all your little awkward situations, anything like that. I'd be sitting up late at night, laying in bed, like I said, watching TV, whatever, trying to close my eyes, trying to go to sleep, and then my mind would just be like, and what about this? And what about that? And what about, and all this shit that bugged me. And at the time, I didn't figure it out, but now I know, and from this book, I've figured out, you gotta just put that shit down. Now, this book suggests you just tell yourself to wait till tomorrow. Like, you literally say, I can't do anything about that right now. It doesn't matter right now. Put your worries down till tomorrow. But that never really worked for me as a kid. When I read this book, that didn't really work for me. What I did find works for me is my gratitude journal. Something every day I do, something every night I do. Trying to be realistic here, sometimes I don't do it. Hold on, let me go get it. Gratitude journal. Okay. In this book, I write all the things that make me happy. I just go through my day and think like basic stuff, like water, my mom, my dad, air, my able body, stuff like that. I just write it to remind myself the things that are going right instead of the things that are going wrong. And I do this every day before bed, and then I put this journal down, and then I put my head down. And that helps a lot because then I don't have to think about all the negative stuff. It's like I'm retraining my brain. Another thing I mentioned in this book that I can't find right now is not eating before bed. There it is. Don't eat 2 hours prior to bedtime. I remember learning this not through this book, but because I was trying to lose weight at the time. Whenever you eat right before bed, your stomach has to keep working through the night, and then you never get to use that energy. So 2 hours prior to bed, I actually was doing 3 hours at the time. You do this, and then your body is guaranteed to have enough time to digest all that food that's in there. That means whenever you go to sleep, your stomach gets to go to sleep too. That means the full system gets to actually rest. Whenever you eat right before bed, it's like your body is still running, like halfway through the night it finally gets to sleep, because you only sleep for like 8 hours. You end up waking up in the middle of that too. That's okay, by the way, but moral of the story is it breaks up your sleep. You don't want to do that to yourself, because when you're going to bed, you should make it the fullest rest that you can. You're stopping your whole day just to sleep. You might as well stop your stomach too. Another thing that changed sleeping for me is finding out that snoring is just poison. Like, none of us should be doing it. There's no way that snoring is a good thing. There's certain appliances and things that you can use, it says that in here, but specifically for me, sleeping right. Like, propping up my pillows in the right way, which I'll put up a diagram or something, I don't know, because I had to look into that. I really could not figure out how to sleep. And I'll say that there's videos online right now that'll tell you you shouldn't even have a bed. That's up to you. I slept on the floor for a little bit. I had one of those roll-out mattresses, and I used a yoga mat. All of these things work, but it's really a preference at the end of the day. I get good sleep in my bed because it's a firm mattress, and I think it works for me. But maybe I just think it works for me because I'm used to it. I don't want to put a bunch of pressure on you to sleep perfectly. That's exactly what hypervigilance of insomnia. That's where we started. We're not doing that. What you need to do is what works for you. Now let's talk about how no one sleeps through the night. It says right here that we wake up every 19 minutes. I don't know about all that, but if you wake up one time in the middle of the night like I do, there's a good chance you're going to get like 4 to 6 hours of sleep on the front half of the night. You're going to wake up and then you're going to start to feel tired again. It's a balance and you'll find it. There's no reason to force yourself to go back to bed or to stay up, either or, because you will find that balance in each day. Like some days you're going to get 6 hours of sleep and be completely fine. Some days you're going to wake back up and be like, oh, well, I'm going right back to bed. Like that is the balance, because you don't get full sleep and then just recharge like a timer. You are literally a human being. You've got to do this shit every night. Got to reset every night. Find out what you need every day. Which leads us into another thing in this book: not catching up on sleep. There is no sleeping for 16 hours to make up for the last 5 days that you didn't sleep. You don't get to do that. That's just not how it works. Your body wants a regular pattern. It wants to sleep so often every day continually so it gets that rest and recharge. Not one day trying to make up for all the loss, because guess what? Your system works like this. It gets what it needs, it repairs. It gets what it needs, it repairs. If it doesn't get what it needs for 4 days, it doesn't repair for 4 days, and then it still only gets 1 day of repair. Those 16 hours where you're trying to oversleep, they don't all count. Your body can't do that. It doesn't like it. I'm really just running through stuff at this point, so let's talk about the blue light effect. While you're on your phone is blue light. Your TV is blue light. A lot of things in our world, electronically, LED, are blue light. The blue light effect, your phone's doing it right now, probably. If you don't have it in night mode, it uses blue light. That back there is mood light. That's the warm light. That's what you want your phone to look like. Whenever you turn on night mode, it shifts everything to this warmer color, and you can even turn the dial to make it even warmer. Ooh. But genuinely, this will help you sleep, because if you're gonna be on your phone right before bed, it shouldn't be so aggressive. It shouldn't be this bright, glowing light like the sun in your face. The nighttime filter. This is going to help you sleep better. They do it for a reason, because blue light wakes you up. It is the daytime light. That's like the sunlight. That shit is everywhere. That fucks up the rhythm, the circadian rhythm, or whatever they call it. Circadian clock, whatever. Being on your phone right before bed is bad. Just like getting on your phone the first thing you wake up in the morning is bad. These things are not great for us, and we already know that. So whenever you're trying to go to bed, just like worrying, put that shit down for a little bit, and then let yourself be in your bed. Let yourself enjoy that it feels nice to just roll around in all the comfy covers, because that's a good thing. It's supposed to be good that you're going to bed. It's not supposed to be a stressful activity. It's not supposed to be full of worry, and you're not supposed to be hyper vigilant about it, which is whenever you think about it so much that you're like, I have to get sleep. I need sleep before tomorrow. That's why before a field trip or a big test or whatever else, that really fucks it up, because you think you need it, and that makes it even harder to get. So let it go. I can hear a train in the background right now, so it's a good time to talk about white noise. I got the little title right here. White noise, a sonic lullaby. Whenever you are going to bed, there's a lot of noise around you, or there's not. And if there's not, just like that Always Sunny episode where they're in the suburbs, you can hear the little noises a lot more when they're the only noises. So it might benefit you a lot to have like maybe a TV or even your phone, if you set it aside a little bit, just playing a little noise. Whether that be some music that you like, some rain, something, just so that it's not silent, because when it's silent, your brain has time to focus on that one thing. That fire alarm sounds crazy when it's the only chirp in the night, but if your brain is already hearing stuff through the whole night, it can't center on that one thing. Peace out, love. Really hope this helps you sleep. I'm out. Sincerely, thank you for watching, and in case you were curious about reading, the book is How to Sleep by Rafael Pelayo. Peace out. Love.